What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 23 of The Road to Glory with FC United of Manchester. Things aren't going great. Straight to the point pretty much there. It could be going better. We've really not had the rub of the green in this league. I'll start off by showing you the fixtures. So the last episode was the Kidderminster game. So since then, we've played 7 matches. We've won 1, drawn 4 and lost 2. And to be honest, things could be so different. I mean, looking at all these results, there's always like the draws, obviously 1 goal would make a difference. Both of our losses were 1-0 defeats and our win was a 1-0 win. If things could be better, they could be worse, I suppose. You've got to try and take the positives away where possible. So I guess one positive note was this result against Hereford. We were at home to Hereford, and as you can see, we actually had pretty much complete control of the game in terms of possession and goals, and it wasn't until the 90th minute that we snatched our goal to make it 1-1. So this was a result that really could have gone against the run of play had we not got the goal late on. And that's been happening a lot. We'll dominate a game and we'll have all the shots, but we just don't seem to be able to take our chances. But anyway, Hereford's first goal came here in the 34th minute, courtesy of Ashley Salmons. Ball comes to the centre and he's there to just bury the ball into the bottom left corner. That was a little bit disappointing. A bit too much room was given for him there to have a long shot. Fortunately for us, however, Reed did come good for us. Getting on to the finish there, great anticipation, just faster than everyone else to react to the rebound, and that late equaliser was a very good point against a team who are in the playoff places. We then went to Macclesfield away, and Macclesfield are a mid-table team, and we came away with a 1-0 win against these guys. Another really good result. George King getting the vital goal for us just 19 minutes into the game, and this game Macclesfield really dominated us. This is what's been happening really. It seems like every game we play in, the games that we don't deserve to win, we win, and the ones where we do deserve to win, we can only really muster up a draw or a loss. So that was our only win, I guess, of this month, and it was just one that we didn't deserve. The goal came from a free kick and it wasn't cleared properly, and King was there. We then got another 1-1 draw against Southport. This game again, Billy Reid getting a goal for us late on in the second half. You can see by the stats that we definitely deserved to score our goal, and probably could have even snatched a winner had we taken the chances we created. But they opened up the scoring here just before the half-time mark. I think it was just before half-time, it might have been just after half-time. But they worked the ball around well, stretch our defence, and ball eventually makes its way into the centre, and Holmes is there to bury it. So that was 1-0 to them, and we needed something to change, and it did change for us. Reid getting onto a right ball in with 70 minutes left. I think they were appealing for offside, which wasn't given, but a hard-earned point nevertheless. We then got a 1-0 defeat at home to Forest Green Rovers. This was a game which, again, and one that we didn't take our chances on target, but we probably didn't deserve to lose it in the grand scheme of things. So that was a little bit disappointing. And then we had Gainsborough Trinity to take on, and that was an away game. They got promoted from the Blue Square Bet North the season before us, and as you can see by the stats, we actually took a lead in this game through Tom Bradshaw, but we couldn't hold out and see out the game. This was one where maybe we didn't deserve to win it, but I feel as if a point probably was worth it for our efforts. But the ball comes in here, I believe they don't clear it properly, and the ball is given away. It falls to Bradshaw with some space, and it's a nice easy finish for the lad. He's been good for us since he came from Shrewsbury. He scored 3 or 4 goals so far this year. From not too many appearances. He was originally second choice striker, but I've kind of tried to, I guess, jig the players around. I did talk a little bit about that, I think, in the previous episode, how I wasn't sure how I was going to line up my attacking force. But that was that 1-1 against Gainsborough Trinity, and the only other game for us to get a point from was against Gateshead. This was a game which we did deserve to win, there's no doubt about that. We came back from behind, from 2-1 down in the second half, but I mean, looking at the stats, how we didn't win this, I don't know. They had a player sent off. It's a game that, come the end of the season, if we're 2 points away from a higher position, be that playoffs, or 2 points away from safety in the relegation zone, it's a result that we're going to have to look on and really kind of go, well, this is a game that we should have won. But anyway, we took a lead in this game just 30 minutes in. Ball was worked around well. And eventually Doble finds the ball. Kirby's there, back post, lurking. Just a really good, tidy kind of finish into the bottom left corner, I suppose. Unfortunately, we couldn't hold on to our lead going into the half-time break. They pulled a goal back here, really hitting us kind of on the break. We probably overcommitted in the centre, and they had a lot of space in the midfield to kind of work the play. And eventually... a cross shot. Oh, they go in all the time for other people, but I never seem to get them. But, one of those crosses that just seems to float in. Then they scored from a corner in the second half, in the 73rd minute. So we went 2-1 down. Fortunately for us, however, we did respond very brightly in the 77th minute. They gave the ball away cheaply from a goal kick, and Bradshaw really latched onto a big hoof ball from Evans, and it was a good finish, but yeah, one that you'd expect him to make. So Bradshaw again getting on the score sheet for us, coming big. Those results mean that if we look at the league table, we are in 21st place, and I mean, the amount of games that we've lost by 1 goal, or there's been 1 goal in it, the league could be completely different. I feel as if we still got the quality to finish mid-table. There's no way that we'll be here come the end of the season. At least in my opinion, there isn't. With the fact we've drawn 6 games and we've lost 6 and only managed to win 2, that win column really needs to go up. That's been the problem. We've been drawing far, far too many games. In terms of player performances, players aren't playing badly. The likes of Alex Evans, who you'd expect to perform well, are performing well. 7.34 so far this season, and a 7.06 form rating so far this season. Glenn Stewart, the young 16, he's 17 now in fact, the young 17-year-old centre-back, he is playing well. Good to see him progressing in some of his stats as well. He's going to be a good player for us. I'm really sure of that. He needs a rest, but we've had a lot of problems with injuries. I'll show you the injury problems that I've had just after this, but good start so far for the club for him. And then I guess the other player who I'm really keen to see do well is John Carson, who has made 12 appearances so far this year. The guy's been fantastic for us so far. You can see still improving. 12 games, 6.88 average rating. Perhaps not the greatest average rating, but the guy's a beast. I have no doubt that him and him and Stewart are going to be at the club for a long time. When it comes to the goals, as I said, Bradshaw's been playing well for us. He's only made 6 league appearances and he scored 4 goals in them. He's been a really good striker for us. The reason I've not been playing him so much is because he kind of has the stats of a winger, I suppose. And I tried playing him on the wing and it didn't really work out. And I like to play with a big target man with this formation, and he's like anything but a target man with his 4 heading and 4 jumping and 8 strength. He's not quite got that physical presence about him. Billy Reid, the young 17-year-old winger forward, another guy who's been absolutely fantastic for us. I've started playing him in an advanced playmaker. You can see some of his stats are going through the roof, like his composure. I mean, look at that jump. You don't see that very often. But as I said, he has I think model professional as his personality, and he's playing a lot of games for us now, so he'll definitely start to rocket up in terms of overall. And I mean, yeah, he came in for 5k and he's doing really well for us so far. So that's pretty much the squad front. I think if I go to history, I can find there's an injuries tab in the history bit. Is there? No, there isn't. I'm not very clever when it comes to this stuff. Is there a way I can get the injury history? Injury history. Okay, well, I don't think there is, but well, I know there is, but I can't find it. But I know for a fact, well, you can see a lot of the players who need rests and stuff. Donald Love is now the only player injured. Peter Holmes is coming back, but they're both on loan. Mick Nair's been out injured. Henry missed a few games. Lindsay missed a few games. States missed a few games. Very key players in the squad missed games, and on top of that, Carson, Stewart, Gunn and a few of the other guys missed games due to being on international duty for their under-21s team. So that was a little bit of a bummer. It meant that I missed out on, I guess, them for a few of our games. But anyway, enough rambling about stuff. Hopefully you kind of feel up to date now with what's going on at the club. Today we're playing Chester. Now Chester won our division last year in the Blue Squad Bet North, and they are pushing very well. They're currently in 5th place in the league. So a team that we I'm not expecting us to beat. They were good last year. They're very good this year. And they're big favourites to win. But at the same time, I think it'd be good if we could just play well, give a good account of ourselves. We're away here today, so it's not going to be easy. But I feel as if on our day we can beat any team in this league. We've just not had many of those days yet so far. So I'm hoping for a good performance. I'm going to be playing on counter and rigid because I kind of expect them to push at us. We've let in 16 goals in 12 games, or at least Angus Gunn has in goal for us. I think he's actually missed a few, and then McDermott, the central midfielder for our team, had to play in goal because I have a goalkeeper out on loan and the reserve goalkeeper was injured. So that wasn't great, but I'm just really looking for us to play well here. Going to be playing counter-attack, although it'd be nice to see a lot of the ball and try and control the play, which it looks like is what we're doing. And Bradshaw's there, parried away by their keeper. 5 minutes in, it's good to see us creating chances. Obviously, 5 minutes in, you really can't judge possession, but it is looking like we're having a good bit of the ball. And I'm going to immediately switch stuff up here. I'm going to go to control and keep the ball, just because we have 63% of the ball after 20 minutes, which is a lot of the ball to have with a quarter of the game gone, and they've had a cross that's gone in. What? Well, I said it always happens to me, and I never seem to get them go in, and it's happened again. Wow. I'm just like bad luck Brian on this save at the moment. Nothing seems to go my way. Wow. Well, that's a bummer. It looks like it's going to go into half time at 1-0 down, but looking at the stats, it's a really 50-50 game, and we probably should be winning, or at least still be in this game. Well, I guess we still are in this game, but we deserve to be level. But let's just tell the guys they've not been good enough. Reed has suffered a knock, and I'm going to sub him off just because I'd rather not have him out for too long. He's got 49% condition, so hopefully if I take him off now, no lasting damage will be done because of his injury. Fingers crossed. So 1-0, and we're not controlling the play anymore. They've got back into it since I made the tactical changes, but we are on top in terms of chances created. So to be 1-0 down feels really bad, and there really haven't been that many highlights this game. I have got the highlights set to key. So sometimes I like to play with them on extended. The problem is the game goes on forever then, so key just makes it a little bit shorter. But Bradshaw here to Doble, the two Shrewsbury Town Wales players linking up. Can Doble get the ball into Bradshaw? Bradshaw is there. Ball back to Doble. Can he get it in? Oh, Kirby, my son, you've got to bury that. Danby making a very good save for them. But it's good to see, the two Welsh lads who came in from Shrewsbury linking up. They formed quite a little bit of a partnership. They played at under 21s level for Wales together, and they played in the Shrewsbury Town reserves together. And what would you know, guys, just as I kind of predicted, we lose by 1 goal in a game where we deserve more in terms of the stats. 13 shots, we had a lot more shots than them. We had more on target. Perhaps we just didn't create the good enough chances. It's something that I need to book the trend. Has anyone got any ideas here? I just feel like I'm getting unlucky more than anything. I don't know. Sometimes with Football Manager, you just can't win a game no matter what. I have noticed that the games we've played have been against, I guess, some of the better teams in our league. And we have got some games coming up against, I guess, lower tier teams. So I'm kind of hoping that once we start winning a few of them, we can really start to, I guess, crack on and start winning more and more. But anyway, I'm bummed out now, unsurprisingly. Let's just have a look at the fixtures coming up for the next month. Okay, so there's only 4 fixtures this month. And then we've got Braintree, who I think are in the relegation zone. In fact, they're just above us. So maybe that game will be of significance. I'm hoping it won't be, and we will have won some of the games in the meantime. We've got Grimsby, Mansfield, Alfreton and Ebbsfleet. So where are they? Ebbsfleet, Alfreton, Grimsby and Mansfield. So we've got 4 big games coming up, I guess, and against teams who we should be able to beat if we play well. So I'm trying to stay optimistic here. I mean, look at that. It looks horrible, but just one of those things, I guess. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching as always. If you could smash the like button, really helps out me, helps out the channel. If you're new to the channel, of course, come subscribe. Check out the FC United of Manchester playlist and the Pentagon Challenge playlist if you haven't already. Links can be found on my channel in the banner at the top. And other than that, guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.